Hey, what's up everyone? It's the Tastemaker. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to the gang, boo. And if you're an oldie but goodie, hey boo, how you been? So today's video is a segment here on my channel called BeauTea News. Now, if you're new to my channel, you guys have no idea what this is about. But if you are an oldie but goodie, you know what all of this is about. So today we are going to be talking about a lot of current events that are happening in the beauty community. On BeauTea News, I share exactly that. What's happening in the beauty community. So without further ado, let's get into this video because it's gonna be a long one. So Tarte. I'm gonna come straight out the gate and just start on this Tarte situation, okay? Because Tarte has put a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm just like, I'm really over these companies acting as if like they just don't know, just acting so oblivious to what's happening in the world. And what made this whole situation worse, other than the fact that they did not have shades for deeper skin tones or anyone for that matter, they followed it up with a really shitty excuse and a fake apology. I don't like sorries. Some of you guys have no idea what I mean by that, but sorries are just like exactly that. It's just a sorry that just really doesn't make the situation any better. It actually made it worse. Whoever wrote this should be fired in my eyes. But let me tell you what happened. So just in case you are unaware of what's happening with Tarte right now, basically Tarte has like been a really popular brand over the past year or so, especially specifically for their Shape Tape concealers. A lot of beauty gurus love their Shape Tape concealers. Me personally, I have never tried anything from Tarte. I never tried their concealers. At the time when everyone was raving about that, I was using NARS, a very inclusive brand, might I add, and I felt no need to get Tarte's Shape Tape. And I'm so glad that I never bought anything from that company because they came out with this. Bruh. What is this? Bruh. What is this, Tarte? Okay, it's some bull. Okay, it is some bull because you have all of these shades for white women and 3 shades for everybody else. Now, the coldest part about this launch is not even the fact that they didn't have shades for deeper skin tones, but the fact that the shades that they did make, they couldn't even get those right. Like, you couldn't even get the whiter shades right. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just miss the mark completely. So, and not only that, at a time like this, I really felt like Rihanna did her launch and it should have set a tone. It should have put a message out there to other makeup brands, but apparently Tarte was up their own ass somewhere and not paying attention to what's happening in the beauty community, because inclusivity is what it's all about right now. If you are not including the deeper skin tones, or you do not have a wide variety when it comes to your foundations, which is very interesting to me because Tarte has a very wide variety when it comes to their concealers. So you would expect for them to have even a great variety of shades for their foundation. But let me tell you what Tarte said in response to all of this, because everyone's pretty much pissed off. People were really excited about this launch, and a lot of people don't even feel like they can support this. Even if they do like it, they feel as if they can't support it because of what it stands for and what it's saying. So I'm going to read you what Tarte said, okay? So this is what Tarte said on their IG story. And we all know Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, it deletes within 24 hours. They couldn't even have the decency to come out and post it on their Instagram account as a picture or record a video of them saying something, right? Which is just completely disrespectful. But let me just tell you what they did, okay? Just to add insult to injury. Okay, so Tarte says, it may be a little too late, but we can assure you this wasn't meant in any malicious way. Bruh. We all got so caught up in the Shape Tape Nation and seeing your tweets asking for it, we wanted to get the product out as fast as possible. First mistake. And we made the decision to move forward before all the shades were ready to go. Second mistake, okay? We know there is no excuse. You've made plenty already. We know there is no excuse, and we take full responsibility for launching this way. We lost sight of what's really important in this industry. It seems as if you've never had sight, but okay. And for those who feel alienated in our community, why couldn't you just come out and say who it is? I hate when people do that, okay? For those who feel alienated in our community, we want to personally apologize. We're doing everything in our power to bring those unfinished shades to market as fast as we can, at any cost we can, and we will do better. Tarte. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who came on their Instagram story and came out with this? Okay, so I've highlighted a couple of things on my own here that I need to talk about. Okay, so let's just start from the very end where they say, we want to personally apologize. Who else was going to apologize for you? Okay, you're dumb as hell. Okay, and then they say, we're doing everything in our power to bring those unfinished shades to market as fast as we can. Who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna buy it? You can launch it all you want. You can bring out the new shades. Who's going to buy it? If you don't get it right the first time, people do not want anything to do with your brand right now. You know, you want H&M, you almost H&M yourself. You almost H&M yourself, and you might have H&M yourself and you don't realize it, but nobody's gonna buy your unfinished shades. You couldn't even get you were in such a rush. So I don't know if you guys believe this. If you believe that they were in a rush and they just accidentally forgot to add some more shades for the deeper skin tones, vote up top. I'm gonna have the polls up top. You guys vote up top and let me know. But for you to try to it's like, why are we all, and this is why I go so hard for Fenty Beauty. A lot of people don't understand why I'm always talking about Fenty Beauty and how amazing it is, because it is amazing. When you have situations like this, then you're able to understand why I push so hard for Fenty Beauty, and I talk about it all the time, and I brag about it all the time. Because makeup companies do not include us. Yet they want our money. They're saying like, oh, we're sorry we messed up, but can you still keep giving us some money? No, you can't have not a penny of our money. If you are a woman of color, you should not be shopping at Tarte. And I don't care. Some people are like, oh, well, you're going to mess up any future sponsorship. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't care if they sponsor me. I don't care if they would ever send me a PR package. You know what I'm going to do with that package? Exactly. Nothing. Anyway, like they said, and then the funny part about it is they said that they're going to try to get these shades out, these deeper shades, these unfinished shades, right? They're going to get those out on a later date as fast as they can. You already messed up by rushing on a product. Why would you say that you're going to continue to rush on your products and push them out as soon as possible? First of all, even if people do love your foundation or your concealers, and you thought, okay, people love our concealers, okay, I'm gonna rush and put out foundations. How does that even make sense as a business? How does that make sense? And they're saying that we know there is no excuse. You say that you know that there is no excuse, yet you gave several in this statement. There are so many excuses in here. You even went to blame the customer, saying that seeing your tweets asking for it, we want to get the product out as fast as possible. So you're putting the blame on the customer because a customer requested something, so you're gonna rush on it. And so indirectly you're blaming the customer. Over it, done with it. I'm over this conversation. Huda Beauty is actually launching a very gorgeous highlighter palette that I'm really excited about. Now, I don't know if it's just me or not, but when it comes to highlighter palettes, most of the time it's probably only one shade in that palette that I actually like or think that will work with my skin tone, which is why I never purchased any highlighter palette ever. I usually just pick up one highlighter and just go from there. So when I found out that Huda Beauty was launching this gorgeous highlighter palette for deeper skin tones, women of color, hello, we are here. Include us, because we look good in makeup too, and we do buy makeup too. Huda Beauty has looked out for you, girl, and all y'all out there, girl, and she is launching a 4-quad highlighter palette as she normally does. The highlighter palette is called Bronze Sands, and all of the shades are named after islands, which I thought was really cute and perfect for, you know, the summer bronzy look. We all want to look golden, like we are just fresh from Jamaica, looking amazing. This highlighter palette is set to launch in February, Black History Month. Thank you for looking out for us during Black History Month. I appreciate that. So I am really excited about this palette because it's finally a highlighter palette that I feel will work for us and we can use the entire palette, because it's nothing more wasteful than spending money on something that you can barely use. So there are 3 powder formulas in this palette, and there is 1 cream formula, which is always great. I love working with cream products because I feel like they look the best and most natural on your skin, whereas powders, they look great, but they kind of sit on top of your skin, whereas the creams, they actually melt into your foundation and they give you a nice glowy look without you looking too extra. So I would say if you are to use something like this, put the cream down first, like the cream shade down first, and then put the powder on top, and I promise you it's going to look amazing. I am going to try to pick this up next month and do a review on it, so stay tuned for that. If you are interested in purchasing this palette yourself, it is launching in February. The exact date has not been released just yet, but I will update you guys once I find out more information. But as of now, we only know that it's coming out in February, and you can purchase it at Sephora and, of course, Huda Beauty's website as well. Kourtney Kardashian might be launching a beauty line of her own. So there is some words going around, a little gossip about Kourtney Kardashian joining her sisters Kim and Kylie, and she may also be coming out with her own beauty line. Now, hopefully she takes a couple of lessons from her sisters and do the thing the right way. As she is the oldest sister out of all of them, I'm pretty sure she is pretty wise as it is, but hopefully she doesn't step into the same holes as her sisters have. With Kim Kardashian, we all know that she launched her cream contour sticks, but the product was just overpriced and you got a little for nothing, pretty much. With Kylie, we all know the problems with Kylie stuff. There's been several. We're not gonna roast Kylie in this thing. I know Kylie is trying hard to do her best. I know she's trying to do her best, because the reality is when you are a new company, when you are any kind of brand, it is pretty difficult to try to perfect every little thing, and it's definitely a learning process. So hopefully she does learn from her sisters. But from the screenshots that I have seen, there may just be a Kourtney and Kylie collaboration. Now, we all know that Kylie has collaborated with all of her sisters. She collaborated with Kim Kardashian, of course, and she's also collaborated with Khloe. So this shall be interesting if they do a collaboration together. From what we've seen, there is some logo ideas in the works for Kourtney's collection, so we shall see what they have up their sleeves. There was kind of hints that there is going to be a collaboration, because in the picture you guys can see that there is a Kylie Cosmetics pen, a notepad, and a post-it note as well. So it's kind of a hint, a head nod that maybe they are working on something together. Will you purchase their collaboration if it does launch? You guys let me know in the polls up top. So, Anastasia Beverly Hills had their latest makeup palette leaked this week, and they weren't too happy about it. So, unfortunately, someone leaked a picture of their Soft Glam makeup palette. Now, Anastasia Beverly Hills is a very well-known makeup brand. People rant and rave about their makeup. Now, hopefully this new palette that they're coming out with called Soft Glam does a lot better than their old palette, Subculture. Now, a lot of people weren't very happy with Subculture because they were saying it was a lot of fallout, it wasn't as pigmented as they would have liked it, and they constantly compared it to the amazing Modern Renaissance palette. That palette is definitely every makeup artist's staple makeup palette. I think it has a lot of gorgeous colors. Me personally, I've never purchased the palette. I've never tried the palette. I am more of a simple makeup eye look type of girl, and I'm a Morphe kind of girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. I buy me a Morphe palette with the quickness, but it looks like Anastasia Beverly Hills still will be launching their Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. Now, the eyeshadow palette has 14 different shades. They have 7 new shades and 3 of the shades from Modern Renaissance, with a couple of extras put in there as well. So from these swatches, girl, I am definitely excited about this makeup palette. And although I haven't purchased any of their previous ones, I'm thinking I just might purchase this one. These swatches look amazing. It's definitely up my alley. I love a lot of nude shades. I love shimmers. I love golds and bronzy kind of colors. And this makeup palette has exactly that. Kind of like the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. They have like a little vibe of that in there, it seems like. And then they have some matte shades that are really good for transition colors. So I personally will be purchasing this palette. Will you be purchasing this palette? We'll see. But they weren't very happy about this leaking, of course, because they have already created a tease for it. They wanted to kind of tease us, but it kind of kills the surprise of it now, of course, because now we see the palette, we know what it looks like. But they did want to do a tease. They even paid for a campaign. So I'm pretty sure it kind of sucks for them to have this launch, and they spent all of this money, I'm sure, on preparing for the launch, and someone went out and killed it for them. So that kind of sucks, but people are still gonna buy this palette. But as the previous palette, it's going to be constantly compared to the Modern Renaissance palette. So will it live up to its sister or not? You guys be the judge. The Instagram post has over 500,000 likes, so I do feel like this is going to be a very epic launch, and it may sell out pretty quickly. So if you are interested in this palette, make sure that you guys are up, ready, and running. And I believe that the palette is set to launch in March. The date is not confirmed as of right now. It's still to be determined, so we shall see. But as I find out more information, I will, of course, let you guys know as well. Somebody who is also being very inclusive around these times, thank the Lord, is Jeremy Scott. Now, Jeremy Scott is hands down my favorite designer. I actually went to school for fashion merchandising, and we had to do a project on our favorite designer in my first semester. And Jeremy Scott was the designer that I did my project on. I am completely obsessed with Jeremy Scott. I love his designs. So I was really excited to find out that he was collaborating with one of my favorite makeup companies, MAC, and this launch is going to be epic. Now, Jeremy Scott is known for his crazy designs. He does some very outlandish things. One of my favorite things that he's actually designed is this Barbie phone case that I have. I'm going to show you guys right now. So Jeremy Scott actually designs for Moschino, and they came out with this Barbie phone case. So many companies have knocked this phone case off. They have made fake ones. This is the real one, by the way. This one isn't fake. I absolutely love this thing. I probably will never get rid of it. I actually didn't upgrade my iPhone 5 because I didn't want to get rid of my phone case. I absolutely love this phone case. It's super cute. So I absolutely love this phone case. So you already know with him doing things like that, that this matte collection is going to be even crazier. So Jeremy Scott based this collaboration off of music, his love for music, might I add. So he created a beauty mixtape, if you will, and he has a eyeshadow palette, he has a blush palette, and a lip palette. Now all of these palettes are super freaking cute, and they all are music inspired. So the blush cheeky palette is actually a CD, as you guys can see here. Super freaking cute, and all of them have the volume levels. Like the eyeshadow palette is like that, the blush palette is like that, and of course the lip palette is also in the same type of style. So the blush bronzy kind of palette, that comes in a CD shape, and then the lip palette comes in a cassette tape, which looks so freaking cute. It's definitely a collectible, and it is limited edition, so make sure you guys act quick on this one. And also he has a boom box for the eyeshadow palette, and the boom box palette does have a mirror inside of it. So creative. He definitely brings his visions to life, and he makes things that people want to keep forever, and that's what I love. Now I do know that Jeremy Scott did a makeup collection for Moschino last year, and it was like a cute little teddy bear. So I love the fact that he is continuing to work on makeup as a brand. Now if you guys don't know, Jeremy Scott is a part of Moschino. He does all of the designs for Moschino. So if you guys have liked anything in the past couple of years, he has been responsible for that, and of course some of the designs for Adidas. So I'm really interested in seeing this makeup collection. The eyeshadow palette retails for $75, and the lip palette and cheek palette, those both retail for $35. So pretty affordable. Definitely something that I personally want to get just for my own collection because I am obsessed with Jeremy Scott. Like I said, he is my favorite designer, so I really want this collection. And lastly, before I go and close up beauty news, I just want to say congratulations to Jackie Aina for winning the NAACP award for the YouTuber of the Year. And this award is something new that they have done in collaboration with Google. So I'm very happy and proud of Jackie Aina for this amazing accomplishment. I feel as though she is well deserved and more deserved of this award than anybody else that I can possibly think of here on YouTube, as she has done so much with her platform. For her to be as a huge YouTuber as she is and to say the things that she says is so amazing. So many YouTubers are afraid to say something. They are afraid to speak out because they are afraid of what they're going to lose. She is saying, I don't care about what I will lose. I am more concerned with the bigger picture. I need to use my platform to speak on these things that affect us, as I do here on my channel. I always try to make sure if there is something that is affecting our community, especially in the beauty community for dark-skinned women, I like to speak out and say something about it. You guys already know that I have several rant videos about those types of things, and just to see her finally be appreciated for that is amazing, and I'm so freaking proud of her. Congratulations, Jackie Aina. I know you don't watch my videos, you probably never will see this, but I just want to say I'm so proud of you, and you are such an inspiration to me, and I can't wait to see what you are going to do next. So you guys, that wraps up this episode of Beauty News. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I know it's really lengthy, really long, but I wanted to make sure that I covered all of the topics today and make sure that I speak about everything in detail. If you like videos like this, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment down below, and don't forget to vote on those polls because I do want to see how you guys feel about these things. And until next time, bye!